I'm James.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Concert Junkies, Rob and John. Oh, yeah.
All right, and we're live, guys.
I'm James.
Justin,
Brenda.
Michael,
Will.
And we're after the storm.
I'm Colt. I play guitar in the band Forever May Fall.
Nope.
What's up?
All right, guys. I'm gonna start off with a very hard question, and then we'll get into some of these easier ones. What do you want to leave as your legacy?
A lot of good music.
yeah, that's a good legacy to leave. A lot of good music.
Anything.
Anything that people will remember.
Yeah. Something memorable.
And Colt,
Oh,
I'm gonna direct that to you as well.
right on. Probably following along the same thing. Just want to leave some cool music and hope people enjoy it.
So, for people that don't know your band at all, how'd you get your name, and what kind of vibe is it?
Michael.
This is actually our second iteration of the name. We had to change our name due to trademark stuff. Not uncommon for bands starting out. So we kind of took a approach where we took the original name, which was Storm, and tried to build something on top of that. So we thought After the Storm, made a lot of sense, especially given the history we had with the old name and where we were moving forward to in the future.
Yeah, we was known as Storm Within for about 5.5 years.
So, how did you find out there was a red flag?
One Sunday morning, I went out to my front porch, and there was a package there from a letter there from UPS, and it was a cease and desist letter.
Wow.
Wow.
From a band in Arizona that was active in 1995, but it hasn't been active since then.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So this time we took a different approach. We made sure we got the trademark for the new name.
And coincidentally, our new EP is titled Cease and Desist.
Yeah, we was looking hard for a name for it. All of a sudden, there it was.
So it's on the porch.
Incredible.
Per se band, did you know if they're still around?
There's a couple of people that's still around. The ones that sent us the cease and desist, which is a husband and wife. As far as active band and other members, I'm not sure. I can 100% say they're not active, but do they still exist? Do they still get together and jam? I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
That's crazy.
That's nuts.
That's really nuts. Colt, do you want to ask your first question?
Since I named it down, we tried to really distance ourselves from them.
Yeah.
I imagine that would be the best idea.
Yeah. I don't blame you. That's wild though that they would go that far with it.
It is. It really is.
So I will be honest. I'm pretty new to you guys. I did listen to your guys' EP over the weekend and really enjoyed it. First of all, it's super dope. So awesome job there.
Appreciate it.
I noticed you guys have a lot of like what sounds to me like European metal band like style influences. Like I hear like In Flames, Liquid Coil, even like some bands like Children of Bodom in there. Like, is that like some of y'all's influences, or is that just by coincidence?
Absolutely influences.
Yeah,
Influences.
Flame's huge influence on me for sure.
A lot of European metal's big influence on me.
That's
I
awesome.
listen to a lot of heavier stuff, but also a lot of softer stuff. So
Yeah. Like, who would you say y'all's favorite bands are?
So I'm a big, Dream Theater, Megadeth kind of fan.
Right on.
I like some like later albums from Death,
Mhm.
things like that.
I don't know as far as favorite bands because I've got a lot of them, but I would probably say Lamb of God and Gojira.
Okay.
Anybody else?
That's it.
Yeah,
That's the main ones.
that covered the main ones, I guess.
the main base is there.
Yeah. All right, so this will be a fun but kind of hard question as well. Last Supper scenario: who's your 12 people and one female?
Here's four of mine. So I play in another band as well, so I'm gonna have to include those four guys.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I've never been asked a question like that before. That's weird. I'm thinking about that one.
Let me leave room for a couple of my daughters.
Yeah.
I guess it would consist of band members and family.
I was about to say,
Okay.
if you're looking for an answer, we're going to say like a bunch of famous people. I'm not about, listen off a bunch of famous people. So people I'm close to, family. Yeah.
Okay.
Who is most likely out of all of you to be the last one for sound check?
Probably me.
You guys concur?
We concur.
You got Rob.
All right. If you're stranded on a desert island, what's your top 5 CDs? And of course, you'll have a CD player and batteries.
Queen's Ride, Operation Mindcrime.
Opeth Deliverance.
Okay.
The Way of All Flesh, Gojira.
I'm going to go with Claim It by In Flames.
I'm not sure. Faith No More, Epic album. Which one's that?
Those are all super dope picks.
I feel like that's an appropriate response from the bass
Yeah.
player.
It's a good one.
So, you know how like the obvious typical thing is like, what does your band sound like, right? Like everyone's gotten that question, and it's always kind of hard to like describe that. So we'll twist it up. If you guys could describe your band as food, what would you tell somebody that it sounds like?
That's food.
Yeah, if you had to describe your sound to somebody else as food, what would that be like?
Oh.
So it's like a good seafood dinner.
Yeah, I was thinking something like Cajun or seafood, yeah. Maybe soup.
Soup?
Minus the bowling, right?
Yeah, no bowling for soup.
Yeah, no. All right, this question is just for the gentleman. I'm sorry to exclude you on this one, but full chested, what female song you will always sing loud and proud?
Any Fleetwood Mac? Zombie by the Cranberries.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great one.
Pisces by Ginger.
Okay.
That's a great one.
Yeah. I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston.
Can we get a little taste? No?
What would you guys say has been the proudest moment of being in a band so far? It could be something as simple as like a show you guys played, or just a milestone that you personally have hit with it. Like, what's something that you've accomplished as a band that means a lot to you?
I think we're still reaching. I don't know. It's always nice to play a show and you get a lot of compliments afterwards. You know,
Definitely.
that's good enough for me. There, you know.
I know there's been a handful of highlight shows where we've been opening for some touring bands and stuff. But I also say, anytime that we're able to release music like an album that other people can actually take and enjoy, that's a milestone for us as well.
Yeah. That's awesome.
If you could pick your own bill, who would you want on it? It could be dead or alive.
Opeth. Go back down the favorite. Gojira. Yeah.
Megadeth.
Oh my God. We wouldn't fit very well, but maybe Tool.
Okay.
It's funny you mentioned that. I was going to ask about that. Like, I hear a lot of the Maynard style, like in your melodies, a lot through the songs. And I was wondering if he was maybe an influence on your vocals.
Yeah, I've gotten that a few times. I would say so, yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. Where are you guys from, by the way? Like, what city are you guys from?
We're in Pensacola, Florida.
Florida. Okay. Very
Pensacola, Florida.
cool. Are you guys all originally from Florida? Or
No.
No.
no?
Born and raised right here in Pensacola.
There was a couple Pensacolians here. The rest of us from other places.
New York.
I'm like a
I'm from Tennessee.
solid mix from Mississippi and South Carolina.
Really?
I gotcha. It's the same story on our end. My whole band's full of transplants. Like, I'm from Pennsylvania.
If you could pick one of your songs to be in a movie, what movie would you want it to be in?
Batman.
What was the top grossing movie?
Yeah, like a bit one
When
of the
people
bigger
see
ones,
the
I
most.
guess. No, I would like it. Maybe a horror movie.
Okay.
I think that would fit.
Yeah. Or like a psychological thriller. I don't know.
Limbo might work great for that.
I'd like to make some money with it, so I'm gonna say Batman.
Mm. All right, to go back to horror movies, which one do you think would last to the end of the movie?
What do you mean?
Oh, it,
Which one's the first one gonna die, and who's gonna end the end of the movie?
I'll probably be the first one to die because I'll probably think I could take him on.
I think I would make it.
I'm sick of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'd probably join it.
I know I'd be done first, definitely.
Yeah, same.
I would say something sarcastic, and that would be my doom.
I'm just overly clumsy, so I would just like walk right into trouble and not even realize it. What has been the hardest challenge you guys have had to overcome as a band?
that's pretty easy.
Go ahead, you say.
We had a drummer pass away.
Oh wow.
Oh well.
Um,
Yeah, the drummer that's on our first album.
hmm Oh, I gotcha. I'm terribly sorry to hear that.
So am I.
Yeah. So at the time, we had actual keyboard player. Justin was playing keyboards,
hmm
and eventually we started looking for a new drummer. We kept trying out people. It was one we almost decided to go with, and then Justin stepped up and said, "Man, if y'all want to go with him, you might as well let me try out." And he had been gone for 8 years. Me and him used to jam together back in the day. I didn't know that 8 years he had been gone. He didn't know himself how to play drums. And he ended up getting behind the drums, man, and just he's been our drummer ever since.
Gotcha.
So now all the keyboards are on the backing track.
Okay.
I gotcha. I mean, again, I'm terribly sorry to hear about that, but I think it's really awesome that you guys managed to get past that and are still out there doing the thing. So kudos to you guys. That's not an easy feat.
Yeah, it was a rough one. Plus, he was a long time Pensacolian, so everybody knew him, you know.
Right.
So, yeah, we still remain in close contact with his his wife and his mother and his father.
Gotcha. You got another one, Rob?
Yeah. What's the most embarrassing thing that happened to you on stage?
Well, mine personally, prior to this band, is just coming up through the ranks, seeing what your tolerance level is on certain things, and getting too intoxicated to do your best.
So you fell off stage?
I didn't fall off stage.
Came close?
No, just love it up. Not my best performance.
I would say every show is equally embarrassing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched a video you guys had done. I think it was on YouTube, right? There was like a live footage you guys had put out.
So that's from 2-3 years ago, I imagine. I think that might have been the first show with you. Yeah, I believe that was our first show with Justin here on drums.
Okay. It still sounded good though. So, no need to be nervous doing that. It all sounded great.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just saying it was a while back.
Right.
All right, guys, I do this every episode. I'm gonna let you guys flip it on us. You can ask us anything.
All right, so tell me about your band, Colton.
We're like always strange with the new thing, but we're just like a rock band out of Charlotte, North Carolina. We also a female singer. It's like bands like Breaking Benjamin, Shinedown, that sort of rock vein. I joined them in late 2020, and we've been putting out songs since February this year, and plan on just keep doing more of that. Hoping to tour sometime next year and come down y'all's way.
Cool. Look us up. Come down this way.
Yeah, we'd love to play some shows with you guys.
That'd be awesome.
We're down.
So what about you? You play any music?
Mediocre guitar. I'm more behind the scenes these days.
Gotcha.
Rob is a great triangle player.
Yeah.
The best I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
Yes. Seriously. my favorite, in fact.
Yeah.
So, Rob, how long you been doing the Concert Junkies?
Almost 5 years.
Oh, really?
Yep. Or I think it is 5 years now. I'm not sure, but
Who's the biggest band you had on?
the biggest.
Most popular?
Big named wise, probably Stillwell. It's Fieldy from Korn's second band.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So how did you find out about us?
I actually Fate of Destroy, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we just opened up for them maybe about a month ago.
Yeah, there
How was it?
That was
They were
pretty cool. It was cool. It was a new venue. It was a surprise that it was outside.
Oh, wow.
But it went pretty good. It went pretty good. Also, it was on a Thursday night, so there wasn't a whole lot of people like it would have been if it had been on the weekend or something. But it was
Right.
still pretty good. It was a nice experience.
It was at the jukebox, wasn't it?
Yeah, Jimmy's Jukebox down in Crestview, Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw clips from that show.
Okay. Right on.
How was the weather playing outside in Florida?
It was a little warm.
A little warm.
Yeah, a little warm.
The last show we played was really, really warm.
Yeah, this past Saturday was brutal.
Oh, yeah.
Another outside show. Yeah,
Right in the sun,
right in the sun.
middle of the day.
That's always hard, right? Like,
Yeah.
did the stage at least have an awning or anything?
They did, but it was at a tilt, and the way the sun was coming in, boy, it was coming right in the stage, man. It was rough. It was so the music started at 3:00. We got on there around 6, and so we still have another hour of daylight left. It was beat down on us. As soon as we got done, though, nice and shady.
Right? It's usually how it is, right?
So how was the acoustics out there?
Outside,
Yeah.
oh, you know how that is, man. You get too far away and it's not loud enough. You get too close, it's too loud.
Hmm.
We had a pretty good sound guy out there that day, though. He made it sound good.
That's good.
Because by me, most of the kind of outdoor venues are amphitheaters. So like you have the seats, then you have the lawn. So it's kind of
Yeah, so the stage was facing the building, so that probably helped a little bit. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
about 25, 30 feet from the building, probably. So it wasn't once it hit that building, it kind of bounced around a little bit. Didn't travel too far. So it wasn't horrible.
How many shows have you guys played as this lineup?
Played as what?
Played as this lineup, the current
Is this
Wow.
line?
Mhm.
3.
3?
So
Okay,
we have one new member,
gotcha.
okay.
our bass player. He's fairly new.
Oh,
And William's been with us for probably 2-3 months now, and he's played 3 shows, and 2 of those been outside, and he can't stand it.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing like jumping right in, right?
Yeah,
Head
he's still
first.
good, though. We're glad to have him.
For the rest of us, I can't count. I mean,
The rest of us, I don't know
I
how many
wouldn't be
shows
able
we
to
played.
estimate over 50 for sure. Probably close to 100.
Yeah, somewhere between 50 and 100.
Okay,
Okay.
that's awesome.
I mean,
So what is your favorite song to play live and your least favorite?
uh,
I'm sure that will differ from person.
my favorite is probably Clairvoyance, which is off the new EP. And then my least favorite is probably Passage off our old CD.
Yeah, I would say my favorite's probably either Clairvoyance or Umbra. And my least favorite would be Passage or Ambivalence. That one, yeah. We haven't even played that one.
Yeah, I think me and her's on the same page on that stuff.
Is that just from like playing it so much, or?
No, it's just
It just, no,
you ever written something that you don't really like?
Yes. Yes.
but everybody else likes it, you know?
Yeah.
Right. So you have to play it.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotcha.
Imagine that's how Led Zeppelin feels about Stairway to Heaven.
You know? You have to wonder though. It's like, say, like a band like Metallica, if they stop playing like Enter Sandman tomorrow, like, how many people would be like, "Oh, why didn't you play that song?" You know, it's like you're just like committed at that point. You know.
Yeah.
All right, this is going to be a very hard question here, and this is for everybody, and I'll even include myself into this one. If you could pick one song to describe you to send somebody, what song would it be?
Believe in Nothing by Nevermore.
Okay.
The Art of Dying by Gojira.
Okay.
Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Yeah.
Such a Florida answer.
In due time, Kill Switch Engage.
Okay. I'm gonna have to say "Torn to Pieces" by Pop Evil.
That's a great song. Those dudes are great. You mentioned, by the way, about this is going back a little bit, but you mentioned about like with keyboards going through tracks, right?
Yes.
So do you guys play to a click live? Do you guys
Yes.
would okay, so it's like ears and everything.
Oh yeah.
Well, I play to a click live.
Yeah.
Yeah. The drummer,
Gotcha. That's awesome though.
Did you guys ever take Mythic Theory?
took a little bit online through Berkeley.
Okay.
I taught myself some. I mean, yeah. That's about it.
I think everybody here is self-taught, right?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody in this band is pretty much self-taught.
That's awesome though. I mean, it's like I tried learning the whole theory side of it, but I'm just not a great student. So
Me neither.
wasn't my speed. But that's cool though that like you guys like go about that and do that with like playing to a click live and doing everything like that. Like that shows a very good level of professionalism, and I imagine you guys take like the live aspect very seriously then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we like the song to sound the same every time somebody hears it.
That's awesome.
As a patron, have you ever walked out of a show?
Yes.
Yes.
I've never per se walked out of a show, but I hung out with the opening band instead of watching who I was supposed to be there for.
No, I,
Just they
I
were-
want the main entertainer.
I won free tickets to Sting one time and made it through 3 songs and walked out.
Mine was the Bullet Boys.
Really?
Yeah, man. It was nothing like I thought they were. Maybe it was just a bad night.
Yeah. What is a band you guys have seen in concert that you didn't know prior to the show but surprised you?
All hail the Yeti.
Yes. Yeah, I have a lot of those type of bands. So I used to go to Prog Power USA in Atlanta every year,
Mm-hmm.
several years in a row, probably 10. And, you always get surprised there by band. But one band that sticks out that I still listen to is a band called Helper.
Not familiar. What kind of band are?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a power metal, prog metal band from overseas, Argentina.
Okay.
Yeah, he sounds a lot like Ronnie James Dio.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Rob? You got somebody like that?
Oh, I've been to. Actually, yeah, I didn't know who they were. Like they weren't as big as they are now, but Bad Flower.
Oh yeah.
They were opening for somebody. I had no idea. I get shit for it all the time. I'm always there as the doors open so I can catch the openers
Mhm.
because you never know. Yeah, yeah. Bad Flower was playing. I don't know who they were opening up for, but it could have been Pop Evil. I'm not sure, but they were opening up. Yeah, I wasn't expecting. A couple months later, they blew the hell up.
Yeah. I'd probably say nothing more. They were just like, I had no idea who they were. They were on one of the festival bills up here, and they just blew everybody away.
That stage presence is freaking phenomenal. You're not expecting it.
Yeah.
I would say Cane Hill is another one that really surprised me in concert.
They're awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're really good.
Yeah. We're seeing them in a couple days too.
Blind Tiger.
Yeah. We've known the Cane Dudes for a while. So yeah, those guys are great in concert though. Nice people too.
Yeah.
I guess the last concert question I got for you guys is, what is a band you haven't seen that you would like to see?
Tool.
Tool?
Yeah.
Gojira. I still haven't seen Gojira.
They're amazing.
I haven't seen Gojira yet either. I feel you.
They're great live.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. They've been on like festivals and stuff like that here, but I've always missed them, or there was another band playing that I equally wanted to see. Like they had like Gojira and Opus on at the same time one year at one of the
Oh,
festivals
okay.
here. So I want to see Meshuggah.
I think there's only like two bands that I have not seen that I'm like. Okay, there's a lot of bands I haven't seen that, but Billy Joel was one of them, and Elton John. Those are the only two that are like bucket list that never got to see.
The one I
Christ.
regret is I left a festival before Soundgarden played.
Really?
Yeah, and then literally a few days later is when he'd passed away.
I don't know if you guys can see this comment. I'm gonna put it on the screen. I don't know if they can see it from there.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's super dope. Do you guys have any other shows coming up?
We're playing this Saturday in Pascagoula, Mississippi at the Celtic.
Okay, cool.
What time? Who are you playing with?
You know, it was kind of we had a couple bands lined up, and then they dropped off, and one of them fell apart. I wasn't sure if we was going to wind up playing, and then the owner asked us to still come on. He's going to put a couple of openers, so we don't really know who's going to be playing with us. We did have October New War lined up to go over and play with us, but some things happened with them guys. So, like I said, we don't know who we're going to be playing with, but we'll be there.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That's a good drive from you guys, isn't it?
Uh,
Hour and a half.
Yeah,
2
about an hour and a
hours
half.
max, but,
Really?
yeah,
For some reason, I wanted to think it was like way longer than that.
right.
We're like 20 minutes from the state.
Oh, fair.
Okay.
Fair enough. I don't know if I've ever been to Pensacola. I've been to Sarasota and Jacksonville, and that's it.
Yeah, it's pretty down here.
It is.
So what is there to do by you guys?
The beach.
The beach, Blackwater River. There's a lot of springs that are really pretty.
Fishing, camping, all kinds of cool stuff around here. We've got a big water park down the road too.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
A couple of them actually.
Do you guys have like anything that you notice about people that are tourists coming down to Florida that you're just like, man, why waste time doing that?
I think my complaint's the same as everybody else's. We just want them to clean up after themselves.
Yeah. I worked at the beach for a little while, and I was tending to tourists, and it was really obnoxious. I mean, most of them would just kind of lay on the lounges all day and leave trash and beer and dig holes in the beach, and I would have to clean the trash and all that. Move their umbrellas for them.
Oh, gotcha.
So, yeah, I don't really like tourists after that.
All right, this is a fun question here. If you could be any object in the world, what would you want to be?
Objects?
Object, yes.
A mirror.
Oh,
That's,
that's deep.
yeah.
We'll have to go more shallow than that. A guitar.
That's my first thought.
um, no comment.
Somebody else other people asking questions.
Wait, if we were an object, could we also be like, I don't know, like if you were a TV, could you control what you were showing?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Okay, then I would be a TV.
Yes, TV.
Just a TV. That's awesome.
Like an old school TV or a flat screen?
Flat screen. I feel like
Flat
no
screen.
one has a TV.
The question is though, what would be on?
I would just put like the most fucked up shit on at all times, like randomly. Or
Just
something.
throw on like all the horror movies and psychological movies and everything.
Put some inappropriate stuff on TV when there shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Let's just say you definitely don't want her coming back as a ghost.
Would
That'd be
you
fun.
haunt people?
I would.
Yeah, I'm sure she would mess with you.
Oh yeah. Just little things like hide the remote and stuff.
I would definitely tie people's shoes together so they face plant.
I would just take one shoe.
Just one shoe.
And would you put it on the side of the road? No.
We should put it on the side of the road.
Oh,
Maybe that's a Jersey thing. I drive around. You always see like one shoe aside of the road.
oh yeah, we see a lot of those here too.
Yeah, we usually get the whole shoes and the telephone wire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We just randomly have a shoe beside of the road or a flip flop or all right. If you weren't playing music at all, what would you be doing with your life?
I'd probably be working myself to death.
Well, I'm doing like 4 things at once always, anyways. So I would just be doing those other things.
Yeah, I was gonna say I already got a day job. I do what I enjoy as well, so I'm a software developer. So I might just be doing that if I wasn't doing it.
Very bored.
All right. This question goes for everybody. What was the best advice you were ever given?
Practice.
Don't take advice.
Don't take advice. You said.
Yes.
You know, I really don't know.
What you got?
Quick, somebody give her some life changing advice.
Probably wasn't given directly to me, but the best I've ever heard was act accordingly because the same people you meet on the way up are the same people you meet on the way down.
That's true.
That's true.
Well, I have a few, but this one sticks out the most. It's better to be seen, not heard.
That's a good one. We're moving silence. Make moves in silence.
You don't have to be the loudest person in the room. All right, before we wrap this up, guys, do you have any messages for your fans?
We appreciate every one of you. Appreciate you coming to our shows, listening to our music, buying our merchandise, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah. I
And where
guess
can you get?
my message would be like, life kind of sucks for everyone right now, so just hang in there.
Good advice.
So where can you guys be followed?
Facebook, YouTube. I'm not sure what else. Yeah.
Those are the main ones we've got. Google, Instagram, we've got SoundCloud, Spotify. All the different streaming sites you can go to access our music.
Yeah, we should be on all that stuff. But our main stuff is YouTube and Facebook, you know.
Colt, do you have any more questions?
Not questions, just wanted to say that you guys sound great, and I look forward to meeting you guys at some point.
Sounds great, man. We're gonna make sure we check out your band, man.
And if we come to Florida for anything, like we'd love to play some shows with you guys. So
Sounds good.
let's keep in contact.
Yeah, we will, man. I'm gonna look your band up.
Right on.
So I'd like to thank everybody for coming on, and this will be posted on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And maybe clips will be on TikTok later on tonight.
We appreciate it, Rob.
You guys have an amazing night, and I will talk to you guys soon.
Okay, nice to meet you guys.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.